Here we are. We've come to IKEA. This seems nuts, I realise. But is there a big queue?
Yeah.
I don't even think it's that big a queue. I expected it to be worse than this. So this is obviously like laid out for when they've got loads and loads and loads of people queuing, which it's like only on the outside of this now. But these are the social distancing markers, and then that's the entrance over there. We are way back here, but no social distancing markers on the outside, which is weird because this is where everyone's actually queuing. Okay, apparently we just weren't at the social markers yet because they're here now. It looks like we've just got to what effectively would be the end of the queue if they were using all of these. I've missed you so much. Always smells like vanilla candles. Oh, I love that. It's all different. They've changed everything. All the colours and everything has changed. This is like a Nancy Meyers living room. I saw this recently and someone pointed me in the direction of a few other versions, but this pulls up to both sides, so if you're sitting there it becomes like a desk, so you can pull it up and it's like desk height. I feel like this is an exact, like a balance between what I want and what Lee wants, like darker. It's still got a Nancy Meyers vibe, but it's darker. I just noticed this, so only one person or family is allowed in the little like fake rooms at any one time. Hello.
I like all that.
Yeah,
really.
I like this too. Also, I really like this lamp. Can we buy that lamp? Should we just get it for the living room? We found a kitchen we both like. I'm a big fan. It's like, I mean, I love the subway tile things anyway. Although, are they even subway tiles? Because maybe not.
Those handles are silver handles.
No, I like the brass. And I think it's it's not too modern. I think it's classic and timeless. I really like this. It wouldn't really go with anything. And my thing of liking stuff to all be one level, this would not work with, but I do like it in theory. I also love that like vanity setting over there. Whenever we come back here, I'm just like, in our next house. I like that. There's a lot of stuff, but I like that.
It smells nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a different smell around this way. It's like a sea salt kind of smell. I'm like, I really like this. I saw this in the living room section. This word is blanket. And I thought maybe I'll get that blanket and I'll get a couple of these coloured pillows for a different feel in the living room. I think I shall have some of this. I've been quite into elderflower recently. Love these wine glasses. What they're called? Dire Grip.
They're on sale for £1.50.
Well, I think I might need two of those. If you need a glass of wine so badly, you need a Dire Grip on it. This blanket is following me around. I love it, but I really like the pink one too. But I feel like it might be a bit much. I think maybe it would be better in like a dark green for our living room. I'm gonna replace the cushion covers and maybe get a couple of extra cushion in like on the sofas. And I was thinking kind of a green colour, maybe like this one, like this green. Lee's just pointed out that this throw is behind me again. And then this is the one that I've seen online. So this is like a gold. Actually gold. Not actually gold, you know what I'm saying. Right, I found the cushions. This is what the cushions are called. Lee, what are the cushions called? Vajaja. They're really cute, like little, what would you call them? You know the things that...
Like little hanging pockets?
Hanging pockets, hanging shelves, I don't know. What is this for? Is it a rain jacket? Yeah. And then there's also a matching bag if you want to coordinate. SINNERLIG. SINNERLIG. The SINNERLIG. Right, this is one of the things we actually came for, because we used to have one of these on the footstool, but I stupidly put it in the washing machine and ruined it. So, get another one. That picture up there is hilariously ironic. We got to the picture section, which is near the end, but not at the end. Not even anywhere near the, what's the word? Warehouse bit. And the queue already starts here. And there's no Wi-Fi and no signal. The cafe isn't open, but they've got the meatballs frozen. Oh, it's frozen? Fridge? It might actually be a fridge, I don't know. And then they've got the gravy in packets. And the lingonberry, is that right? Am I saying that right? Jam. Basically what you would get, all but for the potatoes. the queue was nuts. By the time we leave, we will have spent half of our entire time in the queue. But you basically have to queue to get into the warehouse part. So I think even if you weren't buying anything, they're only allowing so many people into the warehouse area. So you had to queue to get into this. Then you had to find your stuff if you were buying stuff like that. And then from there, you had to actually queue to get to the checkout. So that is something to factor in. Even if the queue to get into IKEA is not that bad, once you're in there, you're gonna have to queue to get out. Right, we're back in the car. The timer said an hour and 12 minutes, which I don't think is that bad for an average IKEA trip, let alone for now. So it took 15 minutes queuing to get in, and the queue's about the same now when we're leaving. Probably relevant to say that, did we get in about 6-ish?
I don't know.
What time is it now?
10:07?
Oh, so it was earlier than that. Much earlier. It was maybe like 5:30 or something? I don't know, I can't do maths. Maybe something different.
It was a long time.
It was a while ago. But it was like kind of just after work time. And now we're leaving at 10:07, and the queue's probably about the same. But about 15 minutes to get in, and at 40 minutes we'd already got everything we wanted to get, and we were queuing, and at an hour and 12 minutes we were back in the car. So it really was, that last portion was the longest time. And if you are just popping in for something, it might not be worth it right now for that.
Do it.
But it wasn't that bad. The the best part was in the queue, there was, as Lee said, like a parody of an angry man. It was just this guy who refused to stay in the queue. He
wasn't accepting it.
No, he kept like wandering off and coming back to the queue. It was just really cross about it. I'm assuming with his wife or girlfriend, I'm guessing.
Not for much longer.
And then just like randomly storming off and leaving her. They didn't seem to be arguing about it. He just didn't want to be in this queue. And then at the end, we saw him just like walk past us. She was nowhere to be seen. So I think he was just like, I'm be in the car. But yeah, I'm going to show you when we get back what we got. Right, okay, so we've got everything home. I thought I would just, I know this is a mess, but I'm not tidying up to then move things and tidy up again afterwards. So these are the cushions that we've had for a million years from IKEA. And then we've got some yellow ones like this that really need to be replaced. And the rug, we used to have one of these, the sheepskin rugs. We used to have one here for a really long time. And I basically just wanted to replace it. And then the light fitting, our ceilings are crazy high, like really high. And I've wanted a larger light fitting for a while, but I didn't want one that had to be like put in by an electrician. And this one seems to be perfect. So I'm going to swap everything around and show you now. Okay, so turns out it was a proper light fitting. This was a whole thing last night. This is now the next day. Hours and hours it took me. I had to like deal with electrical cables and things up here. Also, I think I'm going to have to refit it because I used a hook. You needed a hook, it didn't come with a hook, and I'm going to have to fit it with a more substantial hook because the one I'm using doesn't make it flush to the ceiling. I love it, it's amazing. I think I need to shorten the wire a little bit, which I can do in theory. But this is the first time I've hung a pendant light or any kind of light fixture that wasn't just a shade, so you could have seen my face. When I realised it wasn't a lampshade, I was very cross with myself. These are the cushions. So they were the black and white ones, and I've just swapped them over for that, which I think looks really nice. This will start to look raggedy, which I prefer after probably a couple of weeks. But we used to have one of these on here for Manny, and he liked it because it's like in lieu of a dog bed. But also Ella, which side is it? It's here. Ella got nail glue on this last year. And so there's a mark here that I can't ever get rid of. And so I wanted something that would kind of sit on here, that it doesn't matter if it's easy to like cover it up, but if I put a blanket over it and stuff, I don't like it so much. So that's the main reason. That, and let's say it's Manny as well. And then these, I love these. These are so cute. They're so much nicer than I thought they were going to be. Really, really nice. So that's like the new improved IKEA living room. Did I buy anything else? I don't think I bought anything else. I don't think so. All in all, would recommend. It's still fine. It's, everything in IKEA felt very safe in terms of social distancing. They were very strict about the number of people they were letting in. It was just that we were not anticipating that queue. And I'm not sure that you can leave if you don't buy anything without going through that queue. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. And I now wouldn't go unless I was prepared for the queue. So maybe if it was just Lee and I, like it was yesterday, definitely wouldn't be. I mean, you're not supposed to be going in there with the children anyway. There were some people who took families. It does say online, only take someone if you need an extra person or take someone, you know, like if you can't leave your children at home. But the guidelines are, you know, really one, maximum 2 people per household. But yeah, I really wouldn't be going back until I needed something, which is usually the case with IKEA anyway. But I thought I would share for those of you that were maybe considering it. Obviously, everything's opening up now, and I'm curious. I'm going to be going to multiple different places now the shops are actually open to see what the process is. So if you're interested, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.